should mention, we have a new team joining this season. So our 25th franchise, NBL Oz Gaming. So the NBL, which is the biggest professional basketball league in Australia, is joining the 2K League this season. And draft night, they'll be filling out the rest of their roster. But they found their first player in their team's history by hosting a tryout in Australia.
Incredible to have our first Australian Invitational.
I love that. So people just showed up and now they're professional players.
That's right, yeah. They're
At this point of the season, Greg, right in the heart of the schedule, what are the biggest challenges for a player?
Kevin, sometimes it's just about knowing what city you're in. The travel in this league is crazy, but you really want to keep focus and sleep and eat right. Vital.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. He's out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Duran. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's Bagley in at the 4. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
McCollum outside. Jones looking for an opening. The bodyguard passes to Ingram. Rebound by the Pistons. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
Especially on the road. Each miss fired up that crowd even more. This Pelicans team is interesting because they haven't been fully healthy. If they can keep everyone healthy, they can be a force.
Health is at the top of the list, you're right. And about the Pelicans, Smitty, they've had some bad luck in recent years regarding injuries, haven't they?
Yes, starting with Zion, Kevin, out most of last year. It really hurt them. But they got a lot of leadership on this team. If they can pull it all together, they'll be fine.
Pelicans shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Both free throws good from Bodyguard. And Greg, we have to talk about the shocking news today. How surprised are you to see Othell Akpem dismissed?
I'm surprised it happened on the timeline it did, but you had to consider it a possibility after the social media debacle he had. You wonder if this will disrupt much with the players on the team.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Now here's McCollum. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Ingram outside. The three-pointer is right on target.
When they look that good, Ingram is so consistent. Defense, you have to keep a closer eye on him.
And Hayes kicks to Burks. Bogdanovic passes to Bagley. Here's Hayes. He is guarded by McCollum. Hayes in the post. The baseline J. They get it again. Duran. That one drops for him. Duran's got 5 points so far.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
He's playing with that one extra gear so far that none of the other guys have found yet.
Here's the bodyguard. His last outing, 16 points for him. Clock at 6. Here's Jones. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Burks. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. To the wing right side. Hayes finds Bagley. Bogdanovic inside. He's covered by Ingram. That one goes in.
A more physical player at this stage of his career. Bojan is not bothered by the contact on that shot.
Ingram outside. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
He had a nice open look right there. He has 5.
Watching Hayes, He keeps his eyes up, always looking for a better shot, either for himself or his teammates.
Here's the bodyguard. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. That's on Jalen Durham.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Good on the second free throw. And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster. Guys hungry to prove they belong.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Count that bucket.
Next level strength and athleticism. Zion making his presence felt on the offensive glass.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Pass to Bagley. So here's Burks. To Bagley. Lets it go from deep. That one doesn't go. New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Williamson, the pass to the bodyguard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. The bodyguard's got 5 now.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Hayes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Burks against Jones. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
He's a regular at the free throw line. Burks knows how to put the onus on the officials.
The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Steve, last season the Pelicans showed signs of progress over previous years.
Well, Kevin, securing their highest finish in 3 years. Yeah, I definitely call that solid progress. And I think this team could be on track to only get better. The key for Brandon is shooting with confidence. When he does this, he buries these trades.
Pass to Burks. And here's Bagley, covered by Williamson. Burks looking around, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the Pistons. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Good drive by Bojan Bogdanovich. Developed this nice move that he can attack the closeouts.
Jones kicks to McCollum. The pass to the bodyguard. Inside. Passes it to McCollum. Over Hayes. No good off the back of the rim.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Bogdanovich, know what? For New Orleans, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Smitty taking a look at Brandon Ingram. He is a very difficult matchup.
He is, Kevin. He scores in bunches, works well as a facilitator, and is capable of serving as a lead ball handler. Plus, with his length and skill set, he can play 1 through 4.
Ivy's checked in for Hayes. Noel dishes to Ivy. Bagley the pass to Burks. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And Noel kicks to Burks. It's good. This game is all even.
That's where Burks has shown he can be efficient shooting the ball with the catch and release.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Dwayne Casey. He said he honestly doesn't know what to expect. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year, so there'll be some feeling out at the beginning. But he told me sometimes that's when we're at our best, relying on our instincts and awareness at the offensive end. Kevin, we'll see if that holds true.
That's interesting, David. Thanks. The team believing, Greg, its success is tied specifically to how well they shoot.
And how do you set that up? Run the plays the way they were designed and just share the basketball.
And also try to get out and run, get some open looks from distance before the defense can set up.
Now, here's Burks. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's the bodyguard, defended by Bagley. Here's the bodyguard. Bagley with the block.
And a skilled...
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Marvin Bagley is out there with Hamidou Diallo. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Durant. And it's Hayes in at the 1 spot.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank Greg dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? Man, they could knock down the triple.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now here's Hayes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Bagley trying to free himself up. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 4. Here's Jones. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Alec Burks. It's been a little over a decade, Steve, since the Pistons last made real noise in the playoffs.
They've had a tough run of it lately, but rebuilding periods are never pretty, Kevin. They just need time to get back to contender status.
Now, here's Durant. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And his shot blocking almost single-handedly changed the game. No one wanted to put up a shot with him lurking.
If it counts.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
So here's Burks. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Hayes. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammate.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Pelicans.
Easy for me. They've made the most of their opportunities by getting to the line, and they are knocking them down as well.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Now, here's Diallo. His last outing, 16 points for him. Jones against Burks. Williamson trying to free himself up. They get it back. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
We talk about Zion's strength, but the body control is also elite, especially for a guy his size.
Timeout call, the Pistons.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Now here's Hayes. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Diallo finds Burks. Here's Hayes. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Now here's Hayes. Following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's the bodyguard. He's got 9. Williamson kicks to Marshall. He can't get that one. And the Pistons now going the other way. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Now here's Hayes. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Now, here's Diallo, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. The Pistons working the ball around now. Pass to Burks from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Burks has got it back down to single digits for Detroit.
Burks is really good at picking his spots from outside when he's on the floor. A highly efficient shooter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Hayes. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Hayes dishes to Bagley. Diallo with it. It's tipped. And Jones has it in the corner. The bodyguard passes to Williamson. And it's good for 2. Williamson's got the lead up to 11 now for New Orleans.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And Hayes kicks to Diallo. Back to Hayes. Over McCollum. And too long on the shot.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
Just 5 on the clock. It's good. Hayes has got his first 2 points.
The effort from Hayes doesn't go unrewarded. Able to find himself a look in the mid-range.
To the middle. And Williamson throws it down.
This is why Williamson's teammates love him. He makes them look good on these alley-oops.
Pistons trail by 11. The pass to Burks. And here's Diallo. Passes to Duran. Here's Hayes. No good on the 3.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Here's the bodyguard. He's got 9. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Murphy's checked in. Now here's Hayes. Pass to Bagley. Now here's Diallo. And here is Duran. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Ivy's checked in for the Pistons.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Jones. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jalen Duran.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with...
So it's New Orleans.
That's
Out
the end of the first half with the score. Your Pelicans 59. The Pistons 42.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Bojan Bogdanovic with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
McCollum and Jones are their guards. Ingram in the front court with Williamson. And it's the bodyguard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. Pass to Ingram. McCollum feeling it out a bit over Hayes. Burks pulls it in. And they'll get another chance. To the inside. Got a hand on it. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Ingram wide open. Offline with his three. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for Detroit. 15-point game. Outside Bogdanovich. Burks kicks to Noel. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And the Pistons making a change here. Duran's checked in. And Detroit with another turnover here. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in.
After spending almost a decade in Portland, McCollum has adjusted well to playing in his new surroundings.
You know, GA, he's a fantastic player when he's out on the floor. Missed a lot of games over the last 3 years. But when he's feeling right, he is a nightmare to defend.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
And as incredible as Zion Williamson has been and is, the big problem, Greg, is keeping him ready to play. His health.
And there have been all sorts of opinions chiming in on whether he can play at a high weight. But the bottom line is something needs to happen to keep him healthy. He's lost too much time early in his career. Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Pistons trail by 16. Right side Bagley. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Ingram outside. And the pass to Jones. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Don't sleep on Ingram as a facilitator. Has the size to see over defenders and make sound decisions.
And it'll be his fourth time going to the free throw line in the game. And that one falls for Jones. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
From outside the arc, the shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got 5.
No hesitation off the catch. Killian Hayes looking assertive, taking these kinds of shots.
And that one's good, the bodyguard.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Bagley, no good.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
He gets it in there. He's got 13.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture.
Burks can't get it to go. New Orleans leading by 18. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Zion Williamson has a very unique game and body. When you look at him on the floor, what do the optics, Steve, tell you about him?
Well, my eyes tell me he's like Shaq, the big diesel, because few guys in NBA history can just out-muscle their opponents. Skill-wise, at that size, he is one of one.
Here's Hayes. That one, no good. Great D that time from bodyguard. McCollum outside. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. He's covered by Ingram. Bogdanovich passes to Bagley. Over McCollum, and it's Bagley. That time on the assist from Bogdanovich. Bagley's got 4 this quarter. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
No, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. Pistons trail by 16. Outside, Bagley. Passes it to Burks. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up. Detroit keeping it alive. A new 14. Duran, no good with the layup. Pelicans leading by 16. Here's Ingram. The quick look, no good that time.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Burks can't get it to go.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
And here's McCollum for 3.
Can you believe it? He's missed every shot he's taken, yet this team still continues to hold the lead.
Now here's Hayes. He's guarded closely. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Hayes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is where Killian Hayes is most effective. He has the size to be a factor in the paint.
And there's a whistle that goes on the body guard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Diallo's checked in for Detroit. Ivy comes in for Burks. Pass to Ivy. Ingram against Diallo. Kicks to Ivy. Lets the 3 fly. No good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's McCollum. And the Pelicans miss again.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
To the paint. Here's Bagley. An easy 2 points on the layup. 6 points from Marvin Bagley.
And he's just an attacking player. A guy who doesn't mind a little contact. Bagley there with a strong finish.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Pelicans.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
And it's Ingram missing. Pistons trail by 12. Now Hayes. 7 points in the game. Pass to Ivy. Unloads from 9. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Here's Hayes. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Now the pass to Ivy. Now here's Bagley. Covered by Hayes. Hayes, no good.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
The bodyguard passes to Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Pistons trail by 16. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Passes it to Diallo. Six on the shot clock. It's deflected. The bodyguard passes to Hayes. New Orleans moving the ball around. Dishes it to Murphy. Here's Alvarado. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And it's the bodyguard missing.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Here's the bodyguard following the bucket by the Pistons. The shot's good from Hayes.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Pass to Ivy. Back to Hayes. Now here's Duran. 7 points in the game. The shot that time, not on target. Nice D from bodyguard. Here he goes. Hayes the pass to Alvarado. Down low. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Now here's Hayes. He's covered by Ingram. Hayes with it. Over Ingram. The offensive rebound. And Duran slams it in.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Noel's checked in for Detroit. Pelicans leading by 14. Here's the bodyguard. He's got 11. Pass to Alvarado. Buries the long-range jumper. Alvarado's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The pass to Diallo. And Duran slams it in. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 15 rebounds.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Here's Alvarado. He averages about 5 points a game. 6 to shoot. Ingram. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got his 16th rebound on the night. Now here's Hayes. D right on him. Knocks it loose. And Noel kicks to Hayes. And here's Ivy. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Here's Murphy. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got 4 rebounds in this game. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. And that'll be... Pass to Duran. Back to Burks. Here's Ivy. Pass to Bogdanovich. Bagley trying to free himself up. And they recover it.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
Nancy's checked in for Williamson. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pelicans.
Well, a lot of what has happened is that they have gotten to the line. They have done a great job of finding contact and making them pay.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
Duran, the shot, no good. Nice D from bodyguard. On the court for the Pistons, we've got Bagley. Alec Burks is out there with Ivy. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovich, and it's Duran in at the center position. They get it back. Nance. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And what I like about Nance Jr. is how he positions himself. Knows his strengths on offense and plays to them.
Second personal foul.
And that one misses. Smitty, the talented Larry Nance has a very complete game, doesn't he?
He does. He does a little bit of everything for this team. Scores, rebounds, passes, defends. Kevin, he's such an excellent role player.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Nance.
Well, he started out as a pure shooter. Bogdanovich has worked hard to become a threat off the bounce and a strong finisher.
And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to the bodyguard. Ingram outside. Jacks up a three. Traps in the tray. And the Pelicans lead by 16.
Continuing from where he left off. First three-pointer of this half, fourth of the game.
Now, here's Ivy. Burks on the wing, defended by Jones. 5 on the clock. Shoots from 12. Here's Durant. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And the second chance points aren't easy to come back. It's all about effort and hard work. And he has today made it look easy.
That's a carryover from the way he played in their last game. All-out energy plays on his way to a huge performance.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
And the first one drops.
The line for your Pelicans. Number.
Both free throws good from bodyguard.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Here's Durant. Right side Bagley. He kicks to Burks. From 11 feet away. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Pelicans leading by 16. Here's the bodyguard. Ingram outside. Left side Nance. And there's the pass to the bodyguard. Rebound, Detroit. And here's Ivy. Kicks it to Bogdanovich. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. Led to the line for 3 free throws.
Look at Bogdanovich getting physical. Works hard to get the shot off and the foul.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit. Getting to the foul line here in the second half.
The bodyguard passes to Nance. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the game. Now, a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded.
Detroit.
That might spark some creativity.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
In a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover number.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, the bodyguard.
And guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at him. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. And he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive. And you've got to battle to get back in this thing. We'll see if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Thanks, David. There's the drive. Burks dishes to Ivy. Passes it to Bagley. Up three off the mark. Shot's good by Duran.
Really another fantastic offensive rebound and putback. This is the second game in a row where he has just been ball dominant.
When he gets into one of these grooves, you never know how long they're going to last. Sometimes they go on and on and on.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Takes the 13-footer. That's tipped. To the inside. Jones kicks to Ingram. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 4 assists in the game. Burks on the wing. Outside, Bagley. Fires for 3. Pistons keep it alive. Duran somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Duran's got 11 points here in just the second half. Here's the bodyguard. To the middle. Nance, no good. Pistons trail by 14. Now, here's Ivy. And Bogdanovich kicks to Burks. From 11 feet away. And he connects with the jumper. Burks has got 5 points now this quarter.
Alec very comfortable shooting from mid-range. That's a shot he can get with his driving ability.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Valanciunas is checked in for New Orleans. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Hayes is checked in. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Pass to the body. Back to Ingram. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Bagley's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Lets a floater go. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. New Orleans leading by 12. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
When you look at the way Ingram can get off a shot, when he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
A creator indeed, and the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. Makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
Bojan Bogdanovich at the line for 1.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. New Orleans has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. The bodyguard passes to Valanciunas.
When a guy as big as Valanciunas gets the ball that deep, quite often the only answer is to foul him.
The Pistons making a change here. Knox is checked in. Valanciunas hits them both. Pistons trail by 12. Burks dishes to Hayes. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Shoots over Ingram. Bogdanovich, no luck. The Pelicans have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%.
2 minutes.
Pass to Valanciunas. Here's the 3. Good on the triple. And the Pelicans lead by 15.
Stretching the floor, the new concept for Valanciunas. In his first 5 years, he attempted just 4 triples total.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Burks finds Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. That'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Can I tell you, Bogdanovich is crafty inside. Knows how to get under the skin of the defense there and forces them to foul.
And the Pistons making a change here. Livers is checked in. Here's the bodyguard. Great D that time from Bagley. Pistons trail by 13. There's the pass to Hayes. Back to Bogdanovich. Shoots over Ingram. Misses off the left iron. New Orleans has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Passes to Valanciunas. Outside, Jones. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Pelicans.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And a team's depth is always a factor in games like this. And what a tremendous game. Maybe even a bit of a surprise to see the numbers for the bodyguard.
An all-around dominant performance. Only certain guys can do this. Complete control, 3 phases of the game. Congrats, a triple-double.
Ingram outside. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Back to McCollum. Pass to the bodyguard. On the wing, Jones. Over Burks. Jones, no luck. Now Burks. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K
Any thoughts on the departure of Othello Akpem?
You know, it's unfortunate, man. You never want to see someone lose their job, but he made his bed, and now you got to go to sleep in it.
Thanks, MP.
No problem, man. Nate, you got anything?
Let me ask you this. Do you feel responsible for Othello's departure?
Not even a little bit. Because all I've done since getting here is work my tail off to the bone to be the best player that I can be. So if Othello doesn't want to be a part of that, that's on him.
So you weren't hoping for his departure then?
No. You know, Nate, I always